Have you ever put on an outfit and thought something just felt off? The truth might be in the color you're wearing. Today, I'm revealing 7 colors that can instantly cheapen your look, make your skin look dull, and even add years to your appearance. If you want to look polished, refined, and expensive, stay tuned. Colors have power. They can lift your mood, enhance your natural beauty, and make even the simplest outfit look like it came straight from a high-end boutique. But the wrong colors, they can do the exact opposite, washing you out, highlighting imperfections, and even making your outfit look cheaper than it is. The problem is, many of us unknowingly reach for these style-killing shades out of habit, comfort, or simply because they're sitting in our closets. But after 50, the colors that suited us in our 20s or 30s may no longer work the same magic. Our skin tone changes, our hair color may soften, and certain shades that once flattered us now work against us. In this video, we're going to expose the 7 colors that can instantly make you look poorer, both in terms of style and overall impression. But don't worry, this isn't just about what not to wear. I'll also share elegant, sophisticated alternatives for each shade so you can upgrade your wardrobe without a complete overhaul. From overly harsh tones that drain your complexion to overly bright shades that scream fast fashion, we'll break down why these colors fail and how to replace them with rich, flattering hues that signal timeless style. By the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to wear instead, ensuring every outfit you put on makes you look like the most confident, elegant version of yourself. So if you're ready to elevate your style game and never let the wrong color sabotage your look again, let's jump in. Black is often considered the ultimate safe color because it is sleek, slimming, and timeless. But not all black is created equal. A deep, rich black can make you look sophisticated, while a faded, washed-out black sends a completely different message. Over time, black fabrics lose their depth and intensity, especially after multiple washes. Instead of looking sharp, the color turns into a dull, almost grayish tone that signals wear and tear. This instantly cheapens your outfit, making even a designer piece look like it has been worn for years without care. For women over 50, the effect can be even more noticeable. A faded black can highlight fine lines, make your skin appear sallow, and emphasize under-eye shadows. Rather than adding elegance, it creates a tired, lifeless impression. Most people won't think about how the blouse or dress faded over time. They will simply assume the garment is old and inexpensive. If you love wearing black, the key is to keep it deep, saturated, and fresh. Choose high-quality fabrics like wool, silk, or premium cotton that hold dye better than cheap synthetics. Refresh the color with fabric dye or a black laundry booster to restore richness. Rotate your black pieces instead of overwearing the same item, which prevents uneven fading. Consider near black alternatives such as deep navy, charcoal, or espresso brown, which can be just as slimming but softer on mature skin tones. And always check how black looks under different lighting before buying, because some blacks lose their impact in certain settings. When you maintain the richness of your black clothing, you instantly elevate your look. You go from tired and worn out to polished and intentional, showing that every piece in your wardrobe is chosen with care. While faded black quietly drains your elegance, the next color mistake is the complete opposite. It shouts for attention, but in a way that makes your outfit look far less expensive than it should. Bright neon colors might seem fun, bold, and full of energy, but on mature skin they rarely deliver the classy, elegant effect you're looking for. Instead of making you look youthful, they can make your outfit scream cheap fashion look, as if the entire ensemble came straight from a clearance rack. Colors like fluorescent pink, electric green, and blazing orange tend to dominate the eye in all the wrong ways. Rather than highlighting your features, they drown them out, pulling focus away from your face and the natural warmth of your complexion. For women over 50 who want to know how to look classy after 50, neon shades can work against you by emphasizing every line and shadow on your skin. Under harsh sunlight or bright indoor lighting, neon tones can even reflect unflattering hues onto your skin, making it look uneven or washed out. These shades are also heavily associated with fast fashion trends, which often lack the timeless quality that makes an outfit appear expensive and refined. If your goal is to convey elegance, sophistication, and a sense of personal style that lasts beyond seasonal trends, neon is rarely the answer. Instead, replace bright neon colors with rich, jewel-toned shades that still bring vibrancy but with a luxurious depth. Think emerald green, sapphire blue, or ruby red. These hues flatter most skin tones, add a touch of opulence, and never go out of style. Another great alternative is to opt for softer, muted brights like coral, dusty rose, or teal, which give you color without overpowering your presence. If you truly love neon, use it as an accent rather than a main piece, perhaps in a scarf, a statement earring, or a handbag, so it adds personality without dominating your look. Pairing these vibrant accents with classic neutrals like beige, ivory, or charcoal will balance your outfit, keeping it chic and polished. When you choose colors that complement rather than compete with your natural features, you project an image of intentional style, showing you know exactly how to curate a wardrobe that works for you. While neon can be exciting, true elegance lies in colors that work with your beauty, not against it. And if bright neon can make you look less expensive, the next color mistake is the opposite problem. It's overly muted, draining all the life and radiance from your face and making your entire look feel flat. Pastel colors can be beautiful, soft, and romantic, but when they are too pale or washed out, they can completely drain your natural glow. Colors like powdery baby blue, faded lavender, or pale lemon might look sweet on the hanger, but once worn, they can make mature skin appear dull and lifeless. Instead of brightening your face, these overly muted tones often wash you out, especially if your hair has turned silver, white, or a softer blonde. For women who want to know how to dress elegant after 50, these colors can be tricky because they lack the contrast and depth that help skin look vibrant. When pastels lose their richness, they tend to blend too closely with your skin tone, removing that healthy, radiant dimension that makes outfits look expensive and well thought out. You might notice that even a beautifully tailored blazer in a washed-out pastel suddenly feels less polished simply because the color looks faded. It's not that pastels are off limits, rather, it's about choosing the right saturation and pairing them wisely with your classy wardrobe essentials. Instead of wearing a pale, washed-out pink, try a warm rose or a rich blush tone that adds warmth to your complexion. Replace baby blue with a clear sky blue or soft turquoise to keep the lightness without losing vibrancy. Pair these richer pastels with grounding neutrals like navy, camel, or crisp white, which instantly make the whole outfit look more refined. Another trick is to use pastels as part of a layered look. Combine a pastel blouse with a darker structured blazer, or wear a pastel scarf over a deep-toned dress. These combinations create balance, ensuring the pastel adds a touch of softness without overpowering your natural features. When you focus on colors that enhance rather than compete with your skin tone, your entire look transforms from flat to flattering. This is one of the simplest ways to turn everyday clothing into outfits that look expensive without spending a fortune. If washed-out pastels can quietly steal the life from your look, the next color mistake goes in the opposite direction. It's overly earthy, heavy, and often makes your outfit look dated instead of timeless. Earth tones can be timeless and sophisticated, but when they lean too muddy or dull, they can add years to your appearance in an instant. Shades like murky olive, flat taupe, or dusty mustard often lack the crispness and clarity that make an outfit look fresh and expensive. Instead of giving you that effortless, classy style, they can make you look tired, washed out, and even older than you are. This is one of the most common fashion mistakes to avoid after 50 because many women think earthy equals elegant. But in reality, not all earth tones work for every skin tone. The problem with muddy earth tones is that they can clash with your natural undertones, especially if your complexion has cooled with age or your hair has turned silver or white. These colors tend to absorb light rather than reflect it, which can leave your face looking shadowed and your outfit feeling heavy. If your goal is to master how to look expensive on a budget, you need colors that bring light and depth to your features, not ones that drag them down. The solution isn't to avoid earth tones completely, but to choose cleaner, richer versions of them. Instead of muddy olive, try a deep forest green or a rich emerald. Replace flat taupe with warm camel or a creamy beige that lifts your complexion. Swap dusty mustard for a vibrant gold or marigold, which adds warmth and energy without overwhelming your look. Pair these richer earth tones with other classy wardrobe essentials like tailored blazers, silk scarves, and structured handbags to create a polished, timeless style. Another trick for classy style tips for mature women is to balance earthy colors with brighter accents. Think a camel coat with a crisp white blouse or an emerald sweater with pearl earrings. These combinations keep the outfit grounded yet refined, proving you can still wear earthy shades without sacrificing elegance. When you select earth tones with intention, they can absolutely make you look sophisticated, fresh, and put together. If muddy colors can weigh you down, the next mistake does the opposite. It's so stark and harsh that it can make your whole look feel cold and unapproachable. White can be crisp, clean, and elegant, but when it's the wrong shade of white, it can turn harsh and unforgiving, especially on mature skin. A stark, bright optic white might look great on paper or in store lighting, but on women over 50, it can wash out your natural warmth, emphasize fine lines, and make your overall look feel cold. Instead of giving you that timeless elegance, harsh white clothing can create too much contrast, making your features appear sharper and less approachable. For anyone learning how to soften your look after 50, the key is to move away from overly bright, icy whites and towards warmer, more flattering shades. Think ivory, cream, ecru, or even a soft pearl tone. These colors still feel fresh, but they add a gentle glow to your complexion. The right shade of white can make all the difference in creating outfits that look expensive and effortless. When you choose warmer whites, you give your skin a subtle lift, and your clothes appear more refined, like they belong in a curated, high-end wardrobe. Elegant fashion tips often stress that fabric choice is just as important as color, and with white, this is especially true. A high-quality silk blouse in ivory will look infinitely more luxurious than a cheap cotton shirt in bright white. Pairing cream tones with soft neutrals like camel, blush, or muted gray creates a harmonious, sophisticated palette that works in every season. Another trick is to layer different warm whites together. An ecru sweater with an ivory coat creates depth, while keeping the look monochromatic and chic. Avoid overly bright white pieces that feel synthetic or plastic-like, as they almost always cheapen your outfit, no matter how well they fit. When you wear the right shade of white, you project warmth, approachability, and elegance without trying too hard. If harsh white can strip away your natural glow, the next mistake swings in the opposite direction. It's overly dark and heavy, making you look more severe than sophisticated. Deep, dark colors can feel powerful and sophisticated, but when they are too heavy, they can overwhelm your features and make you look older than you really are. Shades like deep charcoal, inky navy, or heavy maroon might seem elegant, but when worn head to toe without balance, they can cast shadows on your face and harden your overall appearance. This is especially important for women who want to know how to look approachable and stylish after 50, because while dark colors can be slimming, they can also create a barrier between you and others. When an outfit is dominated by overly dark colors, it can feel severe rather than inviting, and instead of enhancing your natural beauty, it can dull it. This is one of those outfits that make you look older without you even realizing why. The trick is not to avoid dark colors entirely, but to soften them and bring them to life with strategic pairing. Elevated wardrobe tips often suggest adding lighter accents near your face, a soft scarf, a delicate necklace, or a blouse in a warmer shade under a dark blazer. Breaking up the heaviness with textures also works wonders. Pair a dark skirt with a silky cream top, or wear a deep navy coat over a patterned dress. Another simple approach is to choose dark shades with more depth and vibrancy. Swap flat black for midnight blue, or replace dull brown with a rich chocolate tone. These small shifts keep the sophistication of dark colors while making them less harsh. If you do love wearing darker tones, make sure your makeup and accessories add light to your face. A touch of blush, a warm-toned lipstick, or gold jewelry can balance the effect instantly. When you introduce this balance, you maintain the elegance of deep shades while avoiding that overly stern, aging vibe. If overly dark colors can weigh you down, the final mistake we'll discuss is at the other extreme. A color that many think is chic, but can easily make your outfit feel flat, lifeless, and lacking in presence. Gray can be incredibly chic when done right, but when it's the wrong kind of gray, it can flatten your entire appearance. Dull gray clothing, think faded heather, lifeless stone, or flat slate, often lacks the richness and depth that make an outfit look expensive. Instead of adding sophistication, these washed-out grays can make your complexion look tired, emphasize under-eye shadows, and remove the natural warmth from your face. For women over 50, this effect can be even more noticeable because skin tends to lose some of its natural vibrancy with age, making color choice even more critical. Many women choose gray because they believe it's a safe neutral, but safety can turn into invisibility if the shade is too muted or cold. If you're wondering how to add life to your outfits without abandoning neutrals, the answer lies in choosing the right type of gray and pairing it smartly. Rich, deep grays like charcoal or warm grage instantly elevate your wardrobe, creating a polished backdrop for more vibrant accessories or statement pieces. Pairing a darker gray with jewel tones, such as emerald, sapphire, or ruby, brings out the depth of the gray while energizing the overall look. Even soft grays can work beautifully when they have a hint of warmth, like a dove gray sweater with a cream scarf or blush-toned jewelry. These subtle shifts turn gray from dull to dynamic, making it part of outfits that look expensive and intentional rather than plain and forgettable. Fabric also plays a huge role in how gray comes across. A structured wool blazer in charcoal feels luxurious and strong, while a thin, faded gray t-shirt often feels casual and worn out. Investing in higher quality fabrics ensures that your gray pieces hold their shape, color, and impact over time. Another fashion tip for women over 50 is to use gray as a grounding piece rather than the main focus of your outfit. For example, gray trousers paired with a vibrant silk blouse and a statement necklace create balance and personality, avoiding that all gray monotony. Mixing gray with other neutrals can also add dimension. Pair it with camel for warmth, with white for freshness, or with black for a sleek, modern edge. If you prefer lighter grays, make sure to add texture through knits, embroidery, or subtle patterns to prevent the outfit from feeling flat. Even something as simple as a soft gray coat over a bold handbag can shift the perception from dull to designer. Remember, gray is not the enemy. It's how you choose it and style it that matters. When you select richer tones, incorporate texture, and pair them with colors that complement your skin tone, gray becomes an asset in your classy wardrobe rather than a liability. If dull gray clothing can silently sap the energy from your look, then mastering the right neutrals, richer colors, and flattering contrasts will ensure every outfit you wear reflects your best self, confident, stylish, and timeless. And that's the real secret to building a wardrobe that not only avoids these 7 color mistakes, but also makes you look effortlessly elegant at any age. We've just gone through the 7 colors that can instantly make you look less polished and less expensive than you truly are. From the faded black that quietly dulls your elegance, to the bright neon shades that scream cheap fashion look, to the washed out pastels that steal the life from your face. We talked about muddy earth tones that add years to your appearance, harsh white clothing that strips away warmth, overly dark colors that feel severe, and finally dull gray clothing that drains all the energy from your style. Each of these colors has one thing in common: they work against you instead of for you. They highlight the wrong features, clash with mature skin tones, and give the impression that your wardrobe is outdated or low quality. But the good news is that every single one of these mistakes can be fixed. The key is not just knowing what to avoid, but knowing how to replace those shades with colors that flatter, elevate, and reflect your personality. If you want to know how to look classy after 50, it starts with intentional choices. Instead of faded black, choose deep, rich blacks or near black alternatives like navy or charcoal. Replace neon with jewel tones that bring vibrancy without overwhelming you. Trade washed out pastels for richer, warmer versions that add life to your complexion. Swap muddy earth tones for clean, deep shades that feel fresh. Choose warm whites instead of harsh bright ones. Balance dark colors with lighter accents, and pick richer grays with texture and warmth. These small changes can transform not only your outfits, but also the way people perceive you. When you wear colors that harmonize with your skin, hair, and personality, you project confidence, refinement, and timeless style. And that's the essence of outfits that look expensive. It's not about the price tag, it's about the choices you make. As women over 50, we've earned the right to dress in a way that reflects our best selves. We don't need to chase every trend or follow every rule, but we can be selective and intentional, building a wardrobe that feels modern, elegant, and entirely our own. So the next time you're shopping or getting dressed, pause for a moment and think about how each color works with you. Ask yourself, does it brighten my face? Does it make me feel confident? Does it look timeless? If the answer is no, leave it behind and choose something that makes you light up when you see yourself in the mirror. Because true style after 50 isn't about dressing younger, it's about dressing better, smarter, and more in tune with who you are now. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 color mistakes surprised you the most? Do you already avoid some of them, or do you have a favorite shade you're going to swap for something more flattering? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your ideas might inspire someone else watching. If you found these style tips for women over 50 helpful, give this video a like, subscribe for more fashion mistakes to avoid, and share it with a friend who's ready to upgrade her wardrobe. Here's to creating a wardrobe you love, one that makes you feel confident, radiant, and effortlessly classy every single day.